Amanda and welcome back to my art channel. Today I just wanted to film a super quick video giving you my first impressions on this watercolor palette. Now, I ordered this on Amazon. This is the Mijello 24 well watercolor palette, and I just thought I would give you my first impressions on it and tell you kind of what I think, because I have been looking for a water palette like this everywhere and I could not find anything that I was really happy with at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. So I went to Amazon, and I know that that's a bit of a risk, but I found one that I think is pretty good, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So this retails for just around $15, which I think is pretty reasonable. It's honestly a lot bigger than I thought it would be, and the box is like really heavy. But I'm just going to kind of go over the packaging with you guys really quick. First off, it claims to be an airtight palette that keeps your paint fresh for days or up to even weeks. It has a long-lasting white surface. Obviously, I won't really be able to test that claim out in this video, but that's honestly not really a big deal for me. And it has a removable clear tray for easy cleaning. And again, this is the Mijello Fusion 24 Airtight Leak-Proof Watercolor Palette. Here is just more of a look on the back, again just kind of going over those claims. And again, this retails for around $15 on Amazon, and I will try and link to it down below. So when you open the packaging, this is what the palette looks like. It has a blue lid and a white bottom. It has a little clasp here, and one of the first things that I noticed is that this clasp doesn't seem extremely sturdy. Like, I feel like if this were kind of knocked around a little too much, this would come off very easily. So you might want to like secure this with some tape or some rubber bands if you are traveling with this palette. And then let's see, so you open this up, and this did come with like a free tube of watercolor paint. This is the, let's see, Mission Gold Ultramarine Deep Watercolor. I thought that was kind of cool. It's light fast, semi-transparent, and semi-staining. So I haven't tried this out, but I do think it's cool that it did come with one of these little watercolor tubes to try out. So that was a nice bonus. But looking more closely at the palette, this tray lifts entirely out of the palette, as does this tray. So that is super nice for cleaning and stuff of that nature. I do love how much space you have in this palette, and I do think that that is a huge advantage for me. It may not be as travel friendly as, say, my Winsor & Newton watercolor palette. The Winsor & Newton watercolor palette has obviously the benefits of being very travel friendly, but it lacks a lot of the open space that this palette has, which I really, really do enjoy. And the reason that I picked this palette up in particular is because I wanted a palette for my Reeves watercolors. There are 18 colors in this set, and I just wanted a place to kind of permanently store them. I also have a couple of various other watercolor tubes that I want to put in here, and I think having this available will make it a lot easier for me to reach for watercolors, and hopefully will inspire me to use watercolors more in the future. So far, I think that this is a really, really great palette. I think for the price, it is a really great bargain. I love how it kind of comes apart. I guess also if you were like left-handed, you could switch this around, and that could be a benefit, or if for any reason you wanted to move it to this side, you can kind of adjust it and customize it, which I do think is really, really nice. And I am just going to go ahead and put in my watercolors in here, so I will be right back. Alright guys, so I managed to fill up the entire palette, mostly with the Reeves watercolors, but the few empty spaces I did have, I filled up with some spare Winsor & Newton watercolors that I had, and Grumbacher watercolors as well. Just a couple that I had lying around in tubes that I hadn't really done anything with yet. But I sort of laid them out in a strategic manner. I have sort of like warmer red tones over here, cooler blues and greens over here, and then sort of around the perimeter of these two mixing wells in the middle, I have colors that I feel I use most. So like burnt sienna, burnt umber, indigo, and then these kinds of blues. I have a gray and a black here, which I don't really use that much in watercolors. Of course, I have a white just in case I want to use that. And then I have like a crimson, a violet actually is over here. And then like my yellow ochre and colors like that. So these are colors that I really do reach for when I do paint with watercolors. So I wanted to have those closer to the mixing wells here, but I will likely be using this mixing well a lot as well. So I love that this comes out. I can have this closer over here if I need it, or on the side, you know. It's just, I really do like how versatile this palette is. I think that's going to be really helpful. So yeah, this video is not sponsored. I just got this in one of my Amazon orders recently, and I thought I would just kind of give you guys my first impressions. I think my biggest gripe about this palette overall is just the fact that the closure is not real strong. It's pretty flimsy, but again, it's a $15 palette and it is huge. So I think that you guys might find this really helpful. Sorry if my lights are being really reflective there. But yeah, thumbs up if you liked this video. This might be another thing you should be careful of, is that this well does pop out a little easier. But yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts for today. Hopefully this will inspire me to reach for my watercolors a lot more now that I have them all in one place and they are nice and organized and I have plenty of room for mixing. So yeah, until next time guys, take care, and I will see you in my Artsy Fartsy Friday video for the week. Bye!